Welcome back, everyone. It's Levantine Leviathan, and I keep going on with my Almohad empire of the Maghreb run or playthrough. So currently, right now, as you can, if you've watched the last episode, you'll know that I actually declared myself Emperor of the Maghreb region. So we got the 72 counties minimum that we needed, and we have 2 kingdoms at least in this area, or I believe it's either 2 or 3 to create the empire. And so we have, I think, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 3 kingdoms. And right now it says that, this is the event that we get. It is now up to me to lead the vast empire left. I stand before my vassals, adjust my new crown, and which is this here, and watch a servant struggling with a vase. Oh, the things that I will accomplish. Long live the Malik al-Muluk, the King of Kings. And so I am now an emperor. And so what is the next objective? Well, obviously it's getting into Andalusia, but I am allied with the Umayyads. So I'm thinking of working on an assassination of my current ally. But in the time being, I think maybe I should perhaps get rid of or mop up these areas and take them into my realm, just to kind of make the realm look nicer. And then we're going for a full attack on the Umayyads once they're no longer our allies. So I'm just waiting for my troops to kind of replenish here. In fact, I get a men-at-arms regiment, which is great. I'm gonna get the Mubarizun here. This is a special sort of regiment that you can get as any sort of Arabian, I think. Let me see. It's specific to actually no, it's only known to Butrs or the Berber group. So that's why we have it now. So we're actually focusing on quilted armor, though I think we should go for onagers. Onagers would be nice. Eventually we're going to want to include them into our army. For the time being, I mean, we got a pretty solid army. We're almost at 10,000. So as an additional payment in a certain trade, I find myself in possession of a large herd of cattle. I have been assured that the animals are of highest quality, but the question of what should be done with them remains. Fez will prosper from the herd. So let's get the cattle herd or a large cattle herd. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful herd, but it could be larger. So we got a larger cattle herd. Okay, cool. So I'm just waiting for my army to kind of fully replenish. I'm going to just speed it up a little bit, as I always do at moments like this. But look, now we got a dangerous faction contending against us, which are the Ibadis. So they can be quite problematic. So I think he found out, or he knows that something is happening, so he's suspicious, and we're gonna have to tread very carefully. Now there's 2 people that we can actually bribe. I will bribe her, and so she agrees to the scheme. But let's see if anything. No, I mean, it's just makes it closer. I mean, what I can also do is divorce his daughter, whom I'm married to. I think that's... Is it his daughter? Or let me see. It's rather... What is the alliance through? Hold on. Allied to Sultan Salma of the Umayyad Sultanate through marriage between you and Malika al-Muluk Shahrbano bint Ali. Okay, so I could just easily divorce her. Spend 100 piety and then break that alliance. But I do want to kill him, because killing him would mean ultimately would mean that he would also lose his alliances, right? So please share your wisdom. Now I gained useful insights, so that gives me +1 on learning. We can actually increase here. Let's increase our markets. Invest in something at least. And we're close to the 10,000, and I think Yeah, so I think exactly. So now it's the time to actually wage those wars. And I'm going to do them simultaneously. Again, okay, so I'm going to go for this guy's claims. Actually, no. He's asking... It wastes too much prestige. Let's do this. Let's counter this. And... Or conquer, rather. And conquer this county. Or I should have went for a full duchy on that one. But anyways. Holy orders. As well. So we're gonna raise our army. That is not a nice place to raise them, actually. Maybe put them somewhere here. See, Holy Order. Hired by me. Apparently, a dangerous faction is gonna actually launch a war in 6 months, so maybe we're gonna use our Umayyad allies for the time being, so I will not waste my money on him. It's not looking like a successful assassination, I can tell you that. Ends your ski. Okay, so he loses 100 opinion of me. I think... Let me see, there must have been a misunderstanding. He found out. Attempted to murder me. I think our alliance is fractured now. So we won this one. Won this war. And let me see who I can hand this to. This guy here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. Here you go. We're, you know, unlawfully executed family member, and they really, you know, I've really been aggravating my vassals, but it's okay. You want freedom? You shall have it in death. And so now we're at war with these guys, the annoying Ibadi faction. There's another faction too. Where is it? I think it's the peasants. We'll let them have their way, just in case. Okay, so we won this other war here. Enforced demands. So now we have this territory. Let me see. What is it part of? This? Alright, so it's part of this guy's realm here. So here you go. You can have it. So now we've finally given him that territory. And so you can see here, I'm just basically, you know, making sure that the map is neater. Alright, great. And then maybe we can go after these guys here. My lord, my Malik al-Muluk, I require some financing. I'm sorry, but there's no financing to be had. The good thing is that these Ibadis are actually no longer supported by... They're not supported by any faction within my... I guess I could grant a tax lien. They're not supported by any of my vassals, because I think I've managed to convert most of my vassals successfully. Upset peasants. Bloodstained clothes, crow's feathers, strange smelling concoctions. This is evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Taza as proof that Ghnima has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of their village. The villagers claim her evil work must be the cause of their bad weather and are calling for her execution. A witch, you say? I could use a new advisor. I've never been a witch or joined a witch covenant, so perhaps I can try that out and see. Okay, so we get this right here. We get this new county here. Okay, and then this war is done. So let's enforce our demands, and then you can see here the Maghreb is much more unified. And then I'm gonna move these folks over here and see if we can end this war very soon. I think it's gonna end. Let me see, where is this guy? He's all the way down in the Sahara here. And I think what he's gonna do is usually what they typically do, go around. I hate when they do that, actually. But anyways, defensive measures. Oh, these guys are pretty powerful here too. So these are some pretty weak peasants. So now I don't know where they've gone to at this point. So I think I'm just gonna kind of like patrol these areas and see if they can come out of here. Betrothed can marry. So this is awesome. Look at this. Only one son, and he, you know, he's quite powerful. I mean, he's gonna be quite powerful. I mean, because he's gonna inherit everything. He's brave. He's content. He's diligent. He's a tough soldier. A logistician, and he's hale. Hopefully he'll have, you know, some awesome children too. Current ruler I have is just so excellent on prowess. Let me see what my son's not bad. He's good, and he's good on martial. I think that was because that was his education. A sign. Your counselor Hussein died of old age, so I had to replace him. Now I'm trying to figure out where these peasants are. Sometimes they just kind of like hang around there for a while. You can't find them, and then you kind of have to guess. I think I'm gonna split them up here. A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My brother Sheikh Zafir has had an extramarital affair with his lover Dima. I don't care. And so the child is actually born out of wedlock, or it's not their, you know, I skipped that, but no interest in those extramarital controversies for me. I think my main interest is the Umayyads. Really, that's next. And then eventually, once that's taken care of, I think what I want to do is essentially destroy everyone around me and then feudalize. And then maybe we can take on the Europeans later. So my enemy is dead, not one day too soon. Okay, there we go. So they're back here. Gosh. Okay, let's just end them right here. These guys, I can actually tell them to return home. They'll need 10 months or 12 months next time to reassemble, but that's okay. So this is going to be the end of it here. Once I kill him here, if he wins the war, I mean, look what this whole thing will fragment from us. The Ibadis are pretty annoying. I mean, they're quite, you know, resistant. So if it is a pawn for carbs you are interested in, I can build you a terrific one, my lord. The builder before me has good credentials, and my courtiers seem very excited about his prospects. Sure, let's do it then. A magnificent fish pond. There we go. This guy is now captured. We're gonna enforce demands, and then we're gonna execute him. So be it. He was executed on my orders. So there we go. This is basically how we progress. Now let me disband all and then put these guys here and maybe take this county. I mean, I wish I can give them the chance. Oh, they have a truce with us, so that's right, we fought them earlier. Anyways, Look at that. That is exactly what I was looking for. This unified Maghreb. All right. Levy reinforcement rate plus 100%. Wow, stewardship is pretty awesome. How old is this guy? 63 years old. I mean, eventually, he's gonna weaken. Eventually, he's gonna weaken. Once I enter into Spain, I think, or into Andalusia, I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is essentially turn into clan, a sign. So our previous marshal, my brother, died under mysterious circumstances. He must have been assassinated. Do I have any other brothers? All of them. Two died under mysterious circumstances. One of them seems to be still alive. That's Expensen, the guy I actually disinherited as the father, right? My dad had passed away at the age of 70. It's gonna be almost 20 years in 5 years. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my son Ibrahim what he thought. He responded that the sentence was far too harsh for such a small crime. The punishment did indeed not fit the crime. He wants to be judge or just. Maybe temperate would be better. Just is not always good. I'm gonna get him temperate. I'm gonna stress out a little bit, but alright. They have a new ruler. The other guy died of complications related to obesity. Okay, so once that war is over, you know where we're heading. We're gonna attack the Umayyads. The thing is, do we have... Yes, I think we can attack them because we have Exalted Among Men, so we can go straight for their kingdom. So 98%. There you go. So let us begin our war with the Umayyads. Okay. This is exactly what I've been longing for. Now, we don't have the necessary amount of prestige. Let me actually hold a feast. Okay. Welcome, my friends. I want to see if these guys would be able to join us. Arrange some sort of marriage. I mean, this is obviously only for the purpose of an alliance. Okay, excellent. And so as the feast is underway and our guests are eating and drinking merrily, Emir Akzer approaches Aisha and me at the great table. This is a marvelous feast. All my compliments to the host. Yes, I have done a great job, haven't I? Alright, so look at that. We're increasing, and there we go until next time. So now we can actually officially wage a war on these guys, and we can easily crush them, I think. I wish I could go for more territory, but look at that. We'll go for a duchy against Monaco right after. So this is the only time I can attempt a kingdom war. But anyways. Let us get our holy order. Not at war with someone of a hostile faith. Fortunately, okay, so they're not considered hostile. I think they're considered astray. Let me check. Yeah, we consider them astray, so we can't actually hire any of those bands. Let me start converting as well the Ibadi territories. 3 years. This is a very good Alama here. Alama, he's gonna help us spread the faith. He does it 3 years in each county, you know, because of his learning. Now, I'm going to call him to war. He cannot come to war. Can I call any allies to war? Let me see. Captain Ibrahim. Okay, yeah, sure. It's 150. But, alright. I know I have too few spouses, but I'm also worried about too many children. Maybe, let's see. Sicilian band. I'll hold it off for now. We can probably get some paid mercenaries instead of the ones that consume piety. Out of wedlock. It is no secret that my vassal Raisa Crusoe is carrying a child conceived through a sinful union. She's not married. She's not a married woman. However, who fathered the child has been a mystery until now. Captain Shaiban is the one responsible. My brother-in-law. Okay. Anyways. Not gonna get too involved in that. Okay, so look at them. They're coming for us here. That's good. We're losing so far, but with these guys here, we should be able to win. Okay, that's good. We did lose a lot of troops in the process, but at least we... no. At least we crushed them, though. Let me see. We lost wow. They lost less than us, but we still managed to win because we're significantly larger as a force. So I gotta be very careful here, treading carefully, because this is going to be a long battle. Finally, my aim of getting into Andalusia is coming through. Again, I can't hire this holy order. But I think I will get this Catalan company here. You know, a bit of... I know it's a bit of money, but why not? But wow, do we got so many... we got so many vassals here. Sorry, prisoners. And we can use those to increase our dread in case anyone thinks of revolting. I'm not too happy about that last battle we won. We have so many people we can, oh, this is good. 100 ducats. Let me check the list here. Usually they tell you prisoners who can be ransomed. This guy. Okay, cool. I'm glad they're coming here, though. Apparently, this is going to be a victory. So, let's see. Because we have... Owner is slightly in debt. Better army commander. They're just higher quality. I think we got more army commander traits too. So let's hit them where it hurts. Okay, so I was shocked when I caught Ibrahim trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Emir Aguilul. He blamed the game another child had invented, but I could tell he was lying. I don't know how that's a game, but anyways. Let him have deceitful. Better than humble. Please tell me that this is going to be a win. It will be. And here up north, or to the north of us, in southern Andalusia, we've captured our first holding. And maybe we can go straight to their capital eventually. No, it's too far away. There are so many castle holdings. But anyways, we're going for Cadiz right now. They've been significantly weakened, so that's good. Let me just pause for a second and see here. This will be good, cutting cornerstones, because we're going to use it for construction maybe. Okay, so I can travel here without facing any attrition. I think the only issue is getting to the capital, which I might go for straight away or right away. Okay, so now what's happening with the Umayyads? They are in another war. They're defending in a independence war. Okay, hopefully they can win that independence war, obviously, because I don't want that large chunk of land to also disappear. Okay, now I'm gonna hit them, and then I'm gonna go for their capital. This was a smooth victory, or it seems like it's moving towards a smooth victory. That gives us 10% there. Nice. 200 and... Let's see. Peasants are thinking of rising. That's cool. You can go ahead and try. Okay, so we captured Cadiz. So yeah. Look at that. And we're trying to take all of this. So we don't want that independence faction to win. How far are they away from winning? They're at 5%, so I don't think they will. Maybe we should go straight for... you know, I mean, we'll go for 2 different holdings, actually. We started all the way from here. Nothing. We really had nothing. He's very kind of... There we go. We won this war. That's awesome. And so look at that. We're finally in Andalusia. We get Cordoba here, which I will actually turn into my city. So we finally settled in Hispania, which is exactly what happened with the... in fact, that's what happened with the folks, the Almohads, actually. They began, you know, consolidating here and then made their way into Hispania and into the Iberian Peninsula. So that's amazing. So let's look at what we can do. So Cordoba is obviously going to be the new capital. Look at the development. It's something else. I think I want to keep my... I mean, I'm going to give this territory perhaps to a new, you know, deserving person. So let's see. This guy's my vassal. Butr. This guy's some zealot guy. Here, well, you can take this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this duchy, and I'm going to hand it to you. You're going to be the duke of this area here. Wait, what is this duchy here? The Emirate of... Yeah, so I'm going to grant it to him. Emirate of Sevilla. Okay, so eventually I'm obviously gonna unite this. Let me see. If I go for a duchy, you can go Badajoz, but I'm gonna finish off. I'm gonna go for the for Sevilla and unite this territory here. So what happens then to... I mean, I don't want these holdings here. I don't really care about these holdings. So this is the guy who currently has this county here. So let me see. Not this county, but can only... Okay, from your own domains. What happened? Okay. Alright. So I want to grant him this. These two here. So he can go ahead and, you know, deal with this duchy or this emirate. And our concentration from now on is in Hispania, of course. And look at that. Our, soldiers or total amount of troops has increased drastically. We completely dominated the Umayyads. Now, I'm a little bit worried because I know that Muwalladi factions can be really annoying too. The Muwalladi, which is the faith here, and it's the Islamic faith here in Andalusia. So we're going to increase the speed. To my liege, I hereby invite you to a feast on my court in Uklis. I'll be a great... Okay, so it will be a grand affair worthy of your honorable presence. It will be my pleasure. So now we're starting to kind of... You can see we're starting to mix with the European populations of the Visigoths. This is a kind of key mark of an empire. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my overbearing vassal, Court Imam Ibrahim. He inquires about my opinion on theological treatises, a subject he's deeply interested in. It's something that I care about too. Alright. There is nothing like a feast. It reminds us all of what is good in life, and the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, Malal, Sheikh Bera tells me. Court Imam Ibrahim and Rais Matteo nod their heads in agreement. I do what feels right. You could all tell Sheikh Bera had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. Simply rising from his seat proved too much for him, and I'm now covered in stinking vomit. You should be ashamed of yourself. And make him lose some... What a terrible event. Make him lose some prestige for vomiting on me. Emir Takfin is by many considered a paragon of Almohadi virtue. His spotless conduct and tireless work as a scholar and preacher have helped reinvigorate the faith significantly in the last few years. He's an example to us all. My treasury is brimming with gold and silver, and all expenses are cared for. As a wealthy lord, I am expected to offer patronage to some kind of artist or scholar. As luck would have it, 3 potential candidates just arrived in Maghreb. But do any of them impress me? Agalda is known for growing beautiful gardens, supporting religious arts, funding natural philosophy. Let's do natural philosophy. Learning +2 and development growth. Alright. I was watching Ibrahim play with other children when Ferdinando tried to push him over. The moment did not last long, as Ibrahim soon had made an entirely new game out of it and forgotten the previous game entirely. So, okay, alright. Now we don't have the prestige to wage that war, but we can get it. And so guards drive the rabble out of my hunting ground, so I'm driving out some peasants who are hunting there. And then we end the hunt and we feel reinvigorated. As you can see here now, the kind of the natural surrounding when you see him, you know, in hunting is no longer a desert or kind of desert mountain, but it's a forest or farmlands. And because, you know, it's accounting for the new sort of you know, the new terrain that we're in finally. Anyways, let's go for that duchy. They're vastly inferior, and let's take care of them. Take as much of Spain as possible here. Or Iberia, I should say. I could have... Oh, that was one... That's one county. What a waste of prestige. I could have simply just gone and done that one county. But it's alright. It's not... You know, I mean, we make prestige really easily anyways. There's a dangerous faction, an independence faction in 31 months. Oh boy, I can't wait until I actually... they try to rise up against me. So most of them are probably... Yeah, they're probably in here. So we're gonna have to crush them anyway. Civil wars, when they're successful, allow you to kind of clamp down on dissent. So we'll take care of them in a bit. Nice. That's a victory. Let's see the details here. Countered by the pikemen as usual. Pikemen do a lot of damage. I need onagers eventually though. I can't wait until that faction rises up against us though. Ecstatic peasantry. The peasants in Sheikhdom of Wadan are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. The peasants are praising me for their fortune and have sent a delegation carrying a gift. I graciously accept the gift. Intriguing, send soldiers to collect more gifts. No, that's too mean. No, they need their surplus more than I do. Country reinvestment, and then popular opinion rises by +10. Why not? I wonder if there's ever going to be a crusade against me now. Okay. Keep those guys sieging the city here, and maybe... I see them coming towards me here. Yeah, you see that here. Whoops, wrong sort of crowd. You guys stay here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. 40%. Okay. 15 months away. Alright. Opportunity for peace. As soon as I see my rival and vassal, Rais Ishaq, on the other side of the mosque, I start to turn around, but to my surprise, Malik al-Muluk Aisha waves the knave friendly towards us. He has started to meet with you on neutral ground. It is unfortunate that two tranquil men such as yourself are feuding. Do you not think it is time to make amends? You might be right. Okay, no more rivals. Alright, 62% is the war score. So I'm preparing myself for a massive civil war very soon. And then that's going to help me clamp down on the Iberian Peninsula. So eventually I said I'm gonna abandon the tribe ways, but at the same time right now, let me see. I don't know, right now I kind of like it because I'm a little bit worried. I want to first kind of clamp down on everything, change the religion maybe here, and have a little bit more stability before going you know, clan, because my troops are gonna be halved. Okay, so we're crushing them again. And we're at 80%. I think we're going to win once the capital is taken. Alright. And the capital will be taken. The thing is, there we go. We win. And so this is ours now. We've taken Sevilla. And can transfer, alright, Sevilla to my vassal here. Cool, and he loves us for that. Says, wow, we're gonna lose some stuff when we die here from our realm. So, or when these basically when these vassals die, the territory is gonna transfer to another realm, but we can always capture it later. Okay, so Prince Muhammad's claims. I mean, we can do that. What about these guys? These guys were our allies for the longest time too. What about Valencia? I'm not thinking of doing it right now exactly, but Valencia is always nice. Look at that. Aragon, Barcelona. We can do Valencia too. Eventually. I wish these guys would be down to get vassalized, but not really. Anyways, we're approaching a civil war. And I welcome it. I can't wait, actually, till they even attempt it. They're Visigothic mostly. And they're definitely not happy with the rule here. I can probably take away their, their titles maybe too if I imprison them. Or force them all to just convert. Instead of doing that. So Ibadism is starting to wane in here. We're starting to get an upper hand. So this needs 8 years. Let me get a new Alama actually. Oh, a swap. Wow, this guy is like 2 years. Okay, cool. And I don't like this steward that we have. I'll assign a new one. The other guy will have to get fired. Great. So just convert as much as possible. Maybe I should have converted my capital first. But anyways, I'll get to that in a bit. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not know yet who, someone's plotting to kill my prisoner, Sunifredo. Alright. We can release people on ransom here. So again, I can't wait. 4 months till a civil war. Who usually says that, right? So that's going to be good. New acquisitions. During the daily management of my realm, I have learned of several different opportunities I can pursue. Each opportunity has great potential, but realistically I can only pursue one of them. I must determine what would ultimately give me the most value. I've heard rumors of a lost home rediscovered. Let's try that. You obtained an old ledger for 5 years. And so my son Ibrahim grew up really fast. Look at my son here. He's pretty good. So I'm being invited here to a feast as usual. Should have declined actually. Okay, so where are these guys? Ah, they gave up. But there's a new populist uprising here. And so it's the same folks. What if I, for example, told her to convert? I told each one of them to convert. Some of them might ask for money, actually. I only wish for your salvation. Okay, I accept. He gets a weak hook on me, or favor. Okay. Anything for the faith, and she wants money. But in any case, they basically 3 of them actually decided to convert. So I didn't end up going and killing them, but at least they converted to my faith. So let's see now. Though the independence faction is still on the rise. Look at that. Halt, we will talk about this later. I did everything I could ensuring that Ibrahim and Sheikh Mubashir would be as far from each other as possible. It was not enough, and now they have come to blows in the middle of my feast. One of my guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for the order to intervene. Halt, we will talk about this later. What an idiot. Should I convert to local culture? How are they faring? The Andalusians are in the early medieval period and we're not. Until next time. Or should I continue to remain Butr? See what the culture is like, the culture map. You know, I think I'm gonna keep my ways. The Bori Reformation. A prominent figure amongst Boris has gathered every Magaja in the land together to discuss their beliefs and establish an official doctrine of faith. That's Kanan. These Bori Magajas are encouraging cooperation and tolerance even towards non-believers and have requested the aid of spirits to help guide the faithful through these turbulent times. Boris eagerly awaits the prophesied arrival of their Inna, a great leader who will rally all of the faithful behind them and usher in a new Bori golden age. A jihad or two will put these heathens in their place. Alright. Could just completely subjugate them, but again, our focus is on these areas here. So what is Valencia doing exactly? Oh, they have a peasant uprising. Okay, they can take care of that with one fight here, one battle. I will not be threatened. Okay, alright. This is exactly what we were waiting for. The Great Civil War. And I cannot hire them because they're not a hostile faith, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's terrible. I'm going to ask Valencia to join us. Come join this independence war. Let's see, who else? I can call my ally Captain Ibrahim. Sure. Independence war. Now hopefully they can help us out here. So they were bound to revolt eventually. We saw that coming. Not one day too soon. So one of my rivals passed away or died. Great. I mean, it's good to have the least amount of rebels or enemies, because when you get too many enemies, then they begin to, you know, conspire against you. So rivals are terrible for that reason. Okay. Please let me know that. Tell me that I'm gonna catch up to them, which I did. Okay, that was a stack wipe right there. Wow. Details. Ooh, okay. We lost 117. They lost the whole thing. Okay. Centralization. We must have gained something new here. Let me see. Subu. Grant to a low noble. Okay, alright. And then okay, these guys are gonna get stack wiped. We have a new son. I'm gonna give him a an Almohadi name. We'll call him Ali. We'll give him an Islamic name. Okay, 13%. Maybe let's go attack these guys. Then go for their capital. Look, it's all these places have revolted together. We got so many prisoners too. Look at that. This is awesome. And if anything, we can probably use executions to scare, you know, the living hell out of them too. Okay, great. My allies are actually using the siege to their advantage. They're sieging. I hate when my allies just kind of stick around and do nothing, but you know, luckily right now they're sieging for us. So the whole independence faction is concentrated here in Andalusia. Okay. Alright, and then there we go. We're crushing them here. That's a stack wipe right there. Another one. Wow. We only lost 61. We're not having major supply issues. Okay. Yeah, 26%. This is I think this is gonna be a win. A quick victory here. Then we're gonna hit these guys now. Wow. Maybe that's, I think that's the capital of the revolt right there. After 5 years, the funds I set aside for the patronage of my natural philosopher Bagai had run out. I can now choose whether or not to renew my patronage for another 5 years or let him go. Let's keep him, I guess. He's been quite useful. Your cousin and friend has passed away. Wow, so we captured one of the brother of the revolt leader. Yeah, so okay, so now we have him and imprisoned, and let's just take their holdings and finish this off. Oh, there's really nothing scary about this at all. What do we get for crushing this? We get, okay, no major prestige gain, but whatever, we'll get something, I guess. Which is get them all in jail. I send these guys down south here. Oh my god, this is honestly so embarrassing for them. They're just getting stack wiped after stack wipe. And we're barely losing anything. Okay, I can't wait till we just end this, and then I'm gonna kind of see what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'm gonna strip them of their titles. Or just keep them in jail for a little while. Let them rot in jail. But I'm definitely going to try to take more territory. It'd be nice to enter Europe eventually. Okay, 100%. That revolt is done. And we win. Decisive victory. We crush them. So let's see. For example, this guy's in jail. Can I revoke his titles? I will. Right? But if I revoke it, can I do it twice is the question. Just so. Alright. Or will I be considered tyrannical. Oh, I'll be considered tyrannical. So how about this? This guy is in prison. I'm gonna actually demand his conversion. And then he feels good. And now I'm gonna give him this. So turn them against each other, I guess. But now we're gonna win the hearts of these people. So this guy's a known criminal. What happens if I, for example, decide to execute them? I get a tyrannical opinion. Or I get, you know, 10 plus or plus 10 tyranny opinion of myself. But, you know, so I'm not going to mess with that. I'll just keep them imprisoned here. And, you know, let them kind of, I guess, let them, you know, deal with their own thing, right? So maybe rot in prison at this point. But I'm, as long as I keep them there, we can make sure that no one will mess with us. So I'm gonna let her go because she's not even titled. Okay. So how about... So we lost Sevilla again. Now... We're gonna go back for it again. Go for the capital here. Popular opinion. Now we're getting Ibadi populists who are popping up again. Okay, so we won that battle. Let's make it quick. We now have a granddaughter. So we're going for their capital at the moment. And they're going for ours too. I think we should be good before they... Okay, perfect. We got Sevilla. Not one day too soon. So how's that... Okay. There's still a lot of Ibadis, so that's the problem. They're always trying to kind of, you know, cause some problems with us. Okay, so we won yet again. Okay, so let's keep this hopefully this time. I'm gonna grant him that title. That's his. He can have it. Okay. Now, hopefully we don't lose more territory. I want to wait and see what happens with the Butr. Okay, so not the Butr, the Ibadi populace. Yeah. Well, they're Butr culturally, but what happens? Are they still gonna kind of try to, you know, start another conflict with us? We shall see. Maybe if I grow enough in terms of, you know, the amount of troops that I have, they'll be discouraged. Okay, so she recognizes true intellect. I see. Okay, perfect. Farewell, my vassal. Alright, so I'm going to take a decision. I'm going to call a hunt. What happens if I convert to... Okay, so you adopt Andalusian culture. No, I'm going to keep the old ways. I'm going to keep the old ways. And this one will fetch a fine price. We return home reinvigorated. So, I think it might be nice to go for the Emirate of Aragon. Right now. Go for that. And then eventually, perhaps, take over Barcelona. You can see here we're really beginning to to expand. I mean, I gotta, at some point I gotta kind of relax too, because I don't wanna, you know, overburden myself too, right? So I gotta also be careful here because these guys are coming on the attack. They decided to change directions. Okay. So maybe go straight for the capital. Hit them where it hurts. Now, I wonder where these guys are going. Probably gonna come from around. Okay, they're coming back this way. I think they're gonna try to either lift the siege. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. They're just basically going around in circles. And this is where I slow it down a little bit because I don't want to kind of, you know, do something, you know, critically stupid, you know, just as I'm about to kind of, you know, take away their capital from them. So slow it down a little bit. I tend to play really fast, but lately I've been appreciating a slower speed. It's you appreciate warfare a little bit more. I just hate when it turns into a kind of cat and mouse game, and so I have no idea where they are at this point because of the fog of war. Okay, they're coming back this way. Quite evidently, I think they want to take me on, I think. Well, that's suicidal of them. Defensive buildings, more army commander traits. Let's see what we can do about that. They still have more army commander traits, but anyways. So they decided to go in full force. Okay, cool. What? I mean, that's not bad for us. Show mercy. So a lowly saucer has been stealing from my household. I'm not gonna kill him for it. Whatever. We got bigger things to tend to, actually. Oh no. I took Emir Maad's son Bilal hostage during the siege of Zaragoza. Okay, that son will be very useful for negotiations then. Brings up the war score, I imagine, by a lot. Captured area plus 25%, so I'm not gonna release him. Alright, there we go. And so, I mean, here we are in Zaragoza now. Now we're beginning to you know, control a lot. So I'm gonna bring this band, and I'm gonna see what it's like to take a duchy from from Valencia here. Let's say we're going for the Duchy of Valencia. That'd be pretty awesome. Or we can go for Barcelona here. But either way, I mean, eventually when I consolidate here, or I might not take every single inch, but eventually I do want to move into Aquitaine. Or I can go for Navarra. And maybe do a holy war for Navarra. Holy war for Navarra. You know, capture it. Maybe Asturia as well. Holy War Kingdom. Kingdom of Galicia, for example. What about these folks here? We can go for that duchy later on. There's so many wars we can fight. I think right now this is more than enough. It's pretty sufficient, actually. So I'm gonna call it an end to this episode because I think we did a lot. You know, I'm finally in Andalusia, and I'm pretty strong in Andalusia. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grant this to somebody who actually, let me see, why not grant this to my son and heir, right? He can take this whole thing, and then we'll make him the Duke of Aragon. See, can choose for him a wife too. mean, maybe I should stick. I should stay allied with the Valencians for now, and just take control of this before, and then eventually the next step is obviously into France, right? If I keep playing, of course. But so my son will become the Emir of Aragon naturally here. And let me see how he's faring. He's 36 years old. My grandson didn't take his congenital traits, but that's fine. What about this son? This son is just kind of doing whatever. So, yeah, that's a major victory for us. A major set of victories. We kind of, created a little kind of tunnel into Valencia, but it'd be nice to control a little bit more. And eventually we're gonna go clan. We're gonna try to make this, big, right? So I'm gonna thank everyone for watching thus far. If you have any comments, don't shy away from letting me know about things you'd like to see, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.